So how should we prepare ourselves if the best case scenarios for Bitcoin starts playing out, or how should we prepare ourselves even if the worst case type of scenario starts playing out? Today in this video, I will be sharing with you some very interesting scenarios which are pointing us where the price of Bitcoin might be possibly heading. So before I do that, I want you guys to do me a favor and quickly destroy that like button. And to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And also a friendly reminder to those individuals who have not claimed their $200 futures airdrop. Bybit is giving around free $200 futures airdrop, either Bitcoin USDT position airdrop or Ethereum USDT position airdrop. If you haven't claimed that bonus, please check the video description. Now, looking at this Binance Bitcoin USDT liquidation heat map, we can see very clearly, guys, the price of Bitcoin looks like it could be range bounding if we look at this in a 24-hour time frame. I mean, we have liquidity around 52,200. We also have liquidity around 51,100. That means price of Bitcoin could be range bounding in between this range. But if we switch this into 3-day time frame, Binance Bitcoin USDT perpetual, you can see very clearly, guys, to the downside we have more liquidity, not just only in Binance, but also if you look at this Bybit Bitcoin USDT perpetual, you can see we have huge liquidity worth more than $260 million. So that's why, guys, if the price of Bitcoin shows more of range bound, there is a possibility first testing the support here to the downside, taking out the liquidity around 50,400, 50,000 range before looking for another opportunity. Because if that happens, then we know even this falling wedge or bullish continuation pattern will play out like this, more of a range bound, right? And then a continuation like this, price of Bitcoin getting attracted around the 50,000 range, find support, and only after that start with this actual impulsive move. Yes, guys, this falling wedge could be turning out into a fake out, and at the end start with this actual impulsive move. So this is one scenario which I want you guys to keep in your head, because if you look at this in a bit different way, if the price show another continuation like this, first more range bound and then get attracted towards this lower trend line one more time before starting with another continuation like this, then in that case this consolidation phase will be looked as Wyckoff's reaccumulation phase. I mean, first a breakout, price consolidating between certain price range, but once we test certain line of support, once we break certain line of resistance, it is going to be looked as a continuation pattern. So if the price of Bitcoin wants to continue this uptrend following this Wyckoff's reaccumulation phase type of formation, then we have to overcome the resistance which we have around 52,500, and in the medium short term 48,000 to 50,000 must remain. I mean, we have to hold above that range, because we know once the price finds proper support in between 50,000 48,000, then it could be also looked as a bullish continuation pattern. So I just showed you we do have a lot of liquidity around 50,000 range. This bullish continuation scenario will fake out, but at the end it is going to continue here to the upside. So that's why if the price of Bitcoin is going to get attracted around 50,000 one more time, then we know we are going to see more tests around this area before looking for another move like this. I mean, price of Bitcoin coming back to test the support which we have around this 48,000, 50,000, and then start with this actual impulsive move, because we know any sort of a pullback during this uptrend will be looked as a temporary pullback. You can see price finding support at this Williams alligator indicator, CryptoAnup sell indicator during uptrend, and then show a continuation like this. Because I have been very clear with you guys during uptrend, right? Whenever we have seen price of Bitcoin turning bullish during uptrend, any sort of a retracement found support at this Williams alligator indicator or CryptoAnup sell indicator before continuing with this uptrend. So we are expecting a very similar move to happen for Bitcoin. I mean, a move at least towards this 0.618 Fibonacci line, which is 58,000, the 60% of this line before choosing a trend duration. So as long as the price of Bitcoin remains above or in between 48,000 to 50,000, any sort of a pullback will be looked as a temporary pullback. Price showing a move like this, finding bottom, starting with a new impulsive move, just like I shown in an example. So that is another reason, guys, in the very short term, the price of Bitcoin must remain in between 48,000 to 50,000, and to continue this uptrend, we have to overcome the resistance which we have around 52,500 range, because even if this bullish continuation scenario is going to play out just like it from the past price action, we want the price of Bitcoin first to overcome the resistance which we have around 52,500. Only after breaking above that range, we know it is going to be looked as an actual continuation pattern. So for this bullish continuation pattern to play out, the price of Bitcoin must overcome the resistance around 52,500, because if we fail to do that, if the price of Bitcoin fails to continue this uptrend, fails to break out of this 52,500 line, you know what I showed you yesterday? We could be forming more of a head and shoulder pattern type of formation. I mean, price of Bitcoin, right? Showing a move like this. Continuation following this head and shoulder pattern, which will result in a corrective move once the support around 50,000 gets broken. Because if that happens, you can see the price objective from this head and shoulder will be lying around 48,000. So that's why once the support around 50,000 gets broken, this is the area where we could be getting attracted. But we know before we see this actual bearish continuation pattern type of formation playing out, I mean this one here, first we have to break certain support, I mean certain line of support which are very, very important right now. The first support is obviously from this rising trend line, right? This rising trend line support is not allowed to get broken, because if we break below this trend line in between 48,000 to 50,000, it is going to be looked as a bearish continuation pattern. I mean, price of Bitcoin in that case could be following a move like this. Range bound, slowly get attracted here to the downside, a pre-halving shakeout type of move before finding bottom, before looking for another opportunity. But in a bigger picture, there is nothing to worry about. I mean, even if the price starts showing weakness, we know how bullish the price of Bitcoin is turning right now. So what are the key takeaways from this video? In a smaller time frame, we want the price of Bitcoin to remain in between 48,000 to 50,000. We are not allowed to close below that, because once we close below that price range, then we know this bump and run scenario could be playing out parallelly, invalidating the bullish move which I just showed you. But to continue this uptrend, to go parabolic, we need 52,500 resistance to be broken. So this is what I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please guys, do not hesitate to destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button. And also a friendly reminder to those individuals who have not claimed their bonuses. I mean, Bybit is giving around $200 futures airdrop. Bybit is also giving around 30,000 in deposit bonus and a chance to take part in this 2.2 million USDT prize pool competition. So if you haven't claimed your bonuses, please check the video description. Also, a market like this never waits for anyone, so definitely try grabbing this opportunity. By saying this, I'm signing out. Until next time, bye bye.